Hey everyone, it is Haley Gabrielle here, and today I'll be reading from Joe Wheeler's The Wings of God, Miraculous Stories of the Lord and His Angels at Work. This one is really encouraging. It's just a short little true story, true account. So it's called The Clock That Struck 13, and it is on page 23. It says, "It was about the midnight hour in the town of Plymouth, many years ago," he said, "when two men stood close to the great clock of the town and heard it strike the hour. Both men remarked to each other that it had struck 13 times instead of 12. One of these men was a gentleman by the name of Captain Jarvis. Not very long afterward, this same Captain Jarvis awoke very early one morning, got up, dressed, and went down to the front door of his house. When he opened it, he was surprised to find his groom, his horseman, standing there, with his horse saddled and bridled, ready for him to mount. 'I had a feeling that you would be wanting your horse, sir,' he said, 'so I could not stay longer in my bed, and just got it ready for you.' The captain was astonished at first, and then mounted the horse and rode off. He did not direct his steed where to go, but just let him go wherever he chose. Down to the riverside they went, close to the spot where the ferry boat took passengers across. What then was the captain's amazement when he saw the ferryman there waiting with his boat to ferry him across at that early hour. 'How are you here so early, my man?' he inquired at once. 'I couldn't rest in my bed, sir, for I had a feeling I was wanted to ferry someone across.' The captain and horse both got into the boat and were safely conveyed to the other side. Again, Captain Jarvis gave his horse his own way as to where the horse wanted to go. On and on they went, until at length they came to a large country town. The captain asked a passer-by if there was anything of interest going on in the town. 'No, sir, nothing but the trial of a man for murder.' The captain rode to the place where the trial was going on, dismounted, and entered the building. As he walked in, he heard the judge say, addressing the prisoner, 'Have you anything to say for yourself, anything at all?' 'I have nothing to say, sir, except that I am an innocent man, and that there is only one man in all the world who could prove my innocence, but I do not know his name nor where he lives. Some weeks ago, me and this man stood together in the town of Plymouth when it was midnight, and we both heard the great clock in town strike 13 instead of 12, and remarked it to one another. If he were here, he could speak for me, but my case is hopeless, as I cannot get him.' 'I am here! I am here!' shouted the captain from behind. 'I was the man who stood at night beside the great Plymouth clock and heard it strike 13 instead of 12. What the prisoner says is absolutely true. I identify him as the man. On the night of the murder, at the very time it was committed, this man was with me at Plymouth, and we remarked to each other how remarkable it was that the clock should strike 13 at the midnight hour. The condemned man was thus proved innocent and was at once set free.'" That is just absolutely incredible. So we see, it starts out with these men who notice such a weird oddity with this clock striking 13 times instead of 12. So that in itself is really crazy. And then the fact that this man woke up early in the morning, kind of like randomly, and then his they called it the groomsman, but it's the person who kept his horse. He was already up and awake and had the horse ready for him to go. So he went, and then he just decided, I'll just kind of like freestyle it. I'll let my horse pick where we wanted to go. And he did that, and it ended up being at this exact trial, at the exact moment that the man needed someone to prove that he was not guilty. So it is just so incredible, and it just really seems like divine intervention there. So again, you guys know on this channel it's all about how we can grow closer to the Lord. So it really seems like in this story, this man among many others in the whole account was either like very clearly hearing from the Holy Spirit, all of them, or just someone prayed very strongly, and those prayers are what kind of like got everything lined up. So I just think that's really awesome. So it's just an encouragement to all of you to pray and really be listening to the Holy Spirit for any of his leadings, no matter how crazy it seems, whether it's getting up super early in the morning or talking to someone on the street that the Holy Spirit points out. I just encourage you all to trust in the Lord, keep seeking him, and just really be open to listen to the Holy Spirit and watch how amazing things unfold like we saw in this account today. So I hope you all were blessed by this, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.